Welcome guys, we're here tonight at the Versus Gameplay Arcade. We're here to cast a show match between War Gaming and Rize Gaming, but it's going to be the Rize Call of Duty team, semi-professional. I'm sitting alongside Voltage here.
What's going on?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing alright.
I know you casted Halo last week for us, but this one would be, a good FPS caster, but this is where your game actually is.
Yeah,
so.
I'm traditionally a Call of Duty caster. Started that back in Black Ops 2, so I've been doing that for a little bit.
Awesome, man. So, Rize Gaming is a semi-professional team. War Gaming came on last week. They were ahead. They won the first game. They lost 2 straight games, and they came back and won the last 2 games, which was Hardpoint and Search and Destroy. So, he lost to Search and lost to Uplink. Now, I will say that, based upon the maps and stuff like that, Hardpoint Fringe, same map that War dominated on last time, they picked again. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how they really stack up against this Rize Gaming roster. So, just currently waiting for the teams to get into the lobby. We're going to talk about some of the bans they have. So supposedly they're going with the bans from the Invitational this weekend, which was a Totino's 50K hosted by Twitch at the MLG Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Rize Gaming, coincidentally, not this Rize, but a different Rize, came out on top. Rize Nation, I believe.
Yep, Optic took second there.
Yeah, very, very interesting to see Optic being dethroned as a.
Well, it went all the way to Game 5. For round 11, and it was such a great match to watch. The fact that Rize was able to upset, I guess is the best word for it, Optic Gaming, really just shows a change in domination with a new game coming out.
Yeah, it's very true. The wall run mechanics, not featured in past Call of Duties. Advanced Warfare had a lot of movement aspects, but not so much movement aspects in this game. But there still is a lot of movement mechanics that can be used, kind of like a Titanfall type play.
Yeah, for sure. And with Treyarch doing the guns up theory with everything they did, everything's a lot more fast-paced, I feel, than any other Call of Duty in the past.
Yeah, and I also believe that the guns kill faster in this game than they have in the past games, too.
Yeah, it's a little bit faster than Black Ops 2, but I don't think... Yeah, I guess it's quite a bit faster than anything we've seen recently.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to see. So going through a little bit of ban protect systems that are going on here. So we are featuring the ban protect system again, and we are featuring the specialist draft system. But besides from the ban protect, you'll also see no UAV, no counter UAV, no care package, no HATR. I'm not too sure what that is specifically.
The hater?
Yes, the hater.
I think that is the is that the Blackbird almost? Yeah, let's check this out. I think that's the Blackbird from Black Ops 2. So yeah, so it's going to show you the direction of your enemy facing in a triangle. So they're going to take that off. That kind of goes with the UAV and the counter UAV.
Yeah, and then they also banned Guardian and Sentry. But on perk side, they banned Sixth Sense, Awareness. Weapon side, they banned all LMGs.
They're gone.
A lot of people, they did not like LMGs because they were kind of as fast-paced as what SMGs or assault rifles were in this game, and a lot of people said, hey, this is too fast-paced. There needs to be some sort of balance here. Dual wield we had last week, and that seemed to be dominant in Hardpoint, especially on the Fringe map. With
I saw a couple of SMGs using dual wield last week.
Yeah, and then lethal and tactical, Sturmite, Shark Charge, C4, and Trip Mine, and then specialists are Rejack and Hive. So Rejack will be the one that you actually revive yourself, and then Hive will be the one that drops down the drones, I think they are, and then once you run over it, it kind of blows you to smithereens.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like we're starting up here.
Yeah, so we're going to start into game number 1, Hardpoint Fringe. Game starts in about 4 seconds. Now, you will see Rize Spectre. It seems like Rize Spectre is on both the Rize Call of Duty team and the Rize Halo team.
Unless it's a different Spectre, but, I mean, the odds of that happening are slim.
Yeah, very slim to none. So, very interesting to see as we have the first ban protect coming out. Rival Directs bans the Shiva.
The Shiva is a semi-automatic assault rifle. Vesper, the SMG coming out from Captain DNA.
Vesper is one of the highest powered SMGs in the game as of right now. A lot of people use it. It kills you very fast. There's really nothing much you can do. If you run into a person with it, you're basically dead in like 2 seconds.
So it's good to protect early on. Or I'm sorry, it really depends on the gun you want, but you don't want to be protecting at the very end. Because then, I mean, there's no point. If you're one of the last 2 people, you want to get your ban so they can't use it for the rest of the time. So Man of War and Pharaoh are also both gone.
Yeah, so Man of War, XR2 being banned. Man of War, kind of very interesting to see as it is one of the easiest, assault rifles to use. That's actually like, I guess you want to say like the BAL. MA-A7 being protected. I see that being banned a lot, or protected, either one. Yeah. And then the L-Car being banned. I believe it's an automatic pistol, if I'm not mistaken. Tactical mask being banned. Very interesting to see in Hardpoint.
That's the only non-weapon that was banned or protect.
Yep. And, like I said, with the way they're playing with all the bans they already have in place, it's eliminating a lot of the pointless bans and a lot of the pointless protects because I play Arena Pro, and for seeing Arena Pro is like a ban that I always have to get is UAV if
Yeah,
it's
you
not
got to
banned.
get rid of UAV.
Got to get rid of UAV, got to get rid of counter UAV, one of the two, or at least get rid of UAV, and to me that's just a waste of a ban,
Yeah.
But based upon all the stuff they did ban, they kind of did ban all the pointless items that you would see banned otherwise based upon what they did ban here.
Yeah. So it's pretty standard competitive bans across the board throughout the day today, and then they got to go ban for each map and game type. So it looks like we're starting up here. They get to edit their classes. I forgot.
Yeah, so, you do see on Team War, you have the Scythe, the Annihilator, Active Camo, and Overdrive. Not really too sure with a Purifier or War Machine, but on the other hand, on Team Rize, you have Gravity Spikes, War Machine, Active Camo, and then Scythe.
So they switched the Annihilator and War Machine pretty much. They're all using everything pretty much similar.
Besides Overdrive was switched with Gravity Spikes.
There you go.
So, Rize are... War is going to get into the hard point very quick. Rize is kind of going to play back, use their War Machine, Scythe, use Gravity Spikes to kind of clear out the hard point. So this will be easier for them to clear out the hard point rather than for Team War that's going to be a little bit harder where they'll have to rely more on gun skill than anything else.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, man. I really am too. So we're going to go with edit, still creating classes. So Captain DNA and ABC Dozer, still going over Dozer.
Tell me about Dozer. Do you remember from last week?
No, not Dozer. No, Dozer is on Team Rize, but the guy Dozer, I swear I teamed with him in Black Ops 2.
Oh, you did?
I in one of the past Call of Duties, I think it was
Somebody
Black Ops
named
2.
Dozer.
Yeah, someone named Dozer in Black Ops 2. I swear I teamed with. I forgot who, but he was a god. I will say he was great at that game. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he is in this game. Yeah, I haven't really seen him in the past 2 Call of Duties, though. Okay. But like I said, Black Ops 2 is going to be very interesting to see.
Looks like they ran out of time, actually.
Yeah. Very interesting. I hope they, they did get most of their created classes. But then again, it's like, if they took that long to really create a class, did everything they have was banned?
Well, yeah, that's very curious. And no score streaks were banned, so this should go pretty quick. Everybody should have what they want. Yeah. This match, at least.
Yeah, score streaks should be pretty much well set. Obviously they're kind of talking over with the team, but as I do say that, they did just complete their war streaks. The game is going to begin in 1 second as we just load up the map. Like I said, it's going to be Fringe on Hardpoint. Team War will be the red team. Team Blue will be Rize Gaming.
Rize Gaming, this is the first time we saw them. Last week we saw War Gaming out here take 3-2 over worst case scenario. There we go. I was not a part of that casting team last week, but I did watch that on Twitch here on Versus Gameplay. If you guys haven't already done so, hit that follow button for more Halo fighting games and Call of Duty coming weekly from these guys. They're awesome.
Yeah, man. So, like over Hardpoint again, another big feature they changed in this Hardpoint compared to the past Call of Duties when it was featured in Black Ops 2 is the sole fact that it's going to be a 5-minute Hardpoint game, but when you're inside the Hardpoint, time does not go down.
You're correct. So you've got 5 minutes as long as somebody has capturing it.
Or contesting it.
Or is contesting killing time or no?
No. Never mind. It's never mind. So 40, as long as somebody's capturing it, the time does not stop. So you see ABC Dozer does pick up 1 kill, and that is going to be on, I believe that was Nova TBE. So kind of a little bit going, again, not too sure. We had this little issue last week where it seemed like a little bit of lag in the first game mode. Not too sure who was hosting it. So very interesting to see, but already 6-0 in favor of Rize Gaming. Org, Rize Spectre does get taken down there. Nova TV does pick up 1 with, I believe that's going to be the Vesper. He does have 1 coming around on his flank, but he does not notice him.
So currently with a 2-kill streak right now is Nova TBE. He's kind of just patrolling this side of the map. He might be playing Anchor. I'm not quite familiar with the hardpoint rotations with this map yet. Getting a 3rd kill in his kill streak.
Based upon what I saw from last week, I'm not too sure familiar with the hardpoint rotation this week with the maps as well, as they just come out like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
But he does seem to be the anchor for his team, and he does use that mechanic really well there. But he is one shot, just trying to get Dak, trying to save himself. But nope, he does manage to call out 2 people coming up. That's going to be a Blup picks up Rize Spectre, but we do see a lot of Vespers, 3 Vespers so far coming out. MA87 from Poly Rags from Rize Gaming. So it'll be really interesting to see as he does, I believe that's the ELO site he's using, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
That site was used a lot in the Invitational this weekend as well.
It's very unobtrusive, but it also puts that red dot right in the middle.
That is very true. I started using it after this weekend as well, and I did a lot better with it than compared to the regular red dot site. Polyvax does pick up 1 on Abrupts. Manji almost gets 2. Nova TV takes him out, and Captain DNA takes out Nova TV. But just like I said, that Rival Rex comes in with the VMP, takes out 1. And now retired Z30. He does have his scythe ready. No, sorry. Scythe is not ready for him. It was the other person that has the scythe ready.
Who was that? So, Nova? No, that was Riverdale.
Yeah, Riverdale. Yeah, Riverdale Rex. Does have 1 person inside the hard point. 48 to 26 now. It'll be very interesting to see as nobody's really contesting it. You know, they're kind of just playing it out, waiting for their teammates. They do have 1 person in middle though. Rize Spectre should be able to spot that 1 kill. Does get, oh no, sorry, ABC does a Digman get up retired 0. And just like that, you see Rize Spectre pushing inside. He does hit fire, gets a kill, does have his War Machine ready though. Kind of very bad move on him on that part, throwing something out there and while he saw that trophy system. But interesting to say at least. 36 to 63 now. Does make a comeback, 20 seconds left.
Shots are going down. He is at a 4-kill streak right now, still holding down that hard point very strongly.
Yep, so about 13 seconds left in the hill. Does have 1 person on cell. That's going to be Riverdale Vex. Picks him up, so he's going to get the last remaining scrap time on the hard point. They are rotating currently to the next one. Retired 0, the only one over there to really kind of stop the rotation. Picks up 1, but does not manage to get the other one. Nova TV does get the good spawn, though, so he will be inside the hard point. But Rize Gaming currently leading the hard point, 55 to 69, in control of the hard point. But just to say that Captain DNA does clearing it out. Going on board here with Nova TBE.
Yep. Oh, he just got taken out. Oh, we're going to jump back on with him on the respawn there. He picks up 1. That's going to be Polyrags.
Yeah, so picks up 1 on Nova picks up 1. Does have 1 person contesting on the other side of the map there. Does gravity spikes.
Yeah, there we go.
Gravity spikes from coming out from Captain DNA. Does pick up 1. Still favor War Gaming here. We do have Hellstorm, and I believe that's a Lightning Strike on Abrupt. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he uses that. You know, he is on a 6-kill spree with 1 minute 4 seconds inside the hard point. 10 to 9 right now. Going off on his team. I feel like he's going to use that on the middle hard point. The original hard point, that is.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick on with him with a 6-kill streak and 1 minute 13 in the hard point. He's definitely playing objective and Slayer role at this point. Going 6 in a row, being 10 and 9. He's had a rough start. Gets taken out there by, who was that, Polyrags? No, that was Captain DNA.
Yeah. Does get taken out there. You know, he just tried to play for his life. He tried to get that last kill streak he had. He only was 150 points away from it. Now, this one, I believe I would see the kill streaks coming out of. With about 3 minutes, 30 seconds left, you know, you're only winning by about 25 points, 30 points at max. I believe you'll see it come out. But as I said, Riverdale does pull out the scythe, but does get taken out immediately by Rize Spectre. As I say that, the Lightning Strike did come out. Sadly, he did not get no kills with that. Captain DNA does pick up Riverdale, while Polyvax picks up, I believe that was... forgot who that was, Retired Z, I believe. But still full control of Rize Gaming inside the first hard point. 18 seconds left. They should be able to come back as long as the Hellstorm missile is not taken out. But Rize Spectre still has his War Machine.
Yep.
Has yet to use it. It's going to be very interesting to see how this works. But misses all his shots on that player there. That's one bad thing about the Vesper.
It's got a little bit of a kick.
Yeah.
For sure. Alright, so that hard point is not contested. We switch over, and who's getting the points on this one?
It's going to be, I believe, Rize Gaming has full control of it.
There we go, Dozer.
Active Camo did come in, but just as I say that, the electromagnetic interference. Now, my question is, if you get EMP, does that take away your active camo?
That's a great question.
Because he used it, and then he immediately lost it as soon as he got hit with the EMP grenade. Now, I did not catch and see if he actually, you know, used it beforehand. He just ran out of it.
We switched over to him with him using it, so I don't know how much he did use beforehand.
But I'd be very interesting to see if EMP grenades does manage to take out the active camo. But just like that, it does pick up 2 with the M8A7 burst. I believe that was the just regular red dot sight. Well, I could be wrong about that. It would be interesting to see if, you know, would you lose your sight as well?
Yeah, I don't think you would lose it. Not necessarily an equipment, but that's an interesting concept.
Yeah,
we'll have to do some research into that.
For sure. But, you know, looking at the scoreboard really quick, Polyvax 21-13, Riverdale Rex 21-14. So those are really the 2 players going off on their team. Everybody else is kind of even, 9-13 from Retired 0, Riverdale, Abrupt Gaming, Rize Spectre 17-15, 12-22, 13-17. So very interesting to see. Very close game, 125 to 137. Active Camo is ready. I believe that was ABC Dozer that had it. I could be wrong about that. Does pick up one. That's going to be on Riverdale Rex.
Rize Spectre is about 3/4 onto his War Machine there.
Yeah, very interesting to see if we could switch over to, you know.
Who would you like to see?
I'm not too sure. Who's the player in the top right of the map? I believe that was Retired Zero. Does pick up 2 there, but picks up a 3rd one. It's going to be very interesting to see as Retired Zero does have one person pushing him. He does not manage to spot him, though. He should be able to check him around the corner. Checks his teammate. Does see one while spotting up. Picks up Dozer, but that's going to be Nova. It's still in the kill, but Captain DNA picks up Retired Zero. Annihilated pistol ready. Going to be very interesting to see how this one's used. Leading 166 to 147. Does get the hardpoint kill. Going to jump inside the hardpoint. Does have one person come up behind him. Will he get the easy shot on him? Does get the easy kill on Dozer. So just like that, but he does have 2 more. Hopefully his teammate's able to call it out. He does call it out, but just like that, oh, the reload, but Nova TB does push up for the assist. Wargaming works really well on hardpoint.
Yeah, they're definitely playing as a team and getting good trades on the hardpoint right here. And so they're just always, it always seems to be like for every person that goes down on War, 2 people are going down on Rize.
Yeah, so Captain DNA does pick up 1 on Riverdale Rex. That's going to be 1 on Simtex. So does get the assist with the gravity spikes. Nice little wall run there leading into gravity spikes. Does have his ACXD ready. So the other craft is going to be ready out of him. 150 to 191. Still 8 seconds left on hardpoint. This is still anybody's game with only 2 minutes 30 seconds left. 2 minutes 30 seconds and they tie points.
Yeah,
but
so
it'll be very interesting to see as kind of waiting, but you know, like I said, that Vesper coming out. Once you run into somebody with that, you're easily dead. Easily.
Oh, Riverdale Rex goes down on the hardpoint. Abrupt is right near it there to pick up some points, but gets taken out there by Captain DNA, and we'll jump on with him. Who gets taken out? Caster's Curse right there.
Yep. Does anybody have score streaks besides Captain DNA? I know Captain DNA has the HCXD, but does anybody else?
We'll go through them one by one as we're switching through. I don't think anybody does.
I believe does have active camo and the annihilated pistols.
It's just DNA with that
with the HCXD. That one would be used, I believe, in the second hardpoint in this game. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not second, but it's gonna be one that they're inside the building. I think it's the 3rd or 4th. I'll tell you which one as I see it. Sorry, guys, do not know the location as of right now. I'm working my best on learning it, but it's okay. 27-23 from Riverdale Vex. Above 26-22. 2 minutes 30 seconds left in the hard point. But people, you know, if you look at the score.
Oh, there we go. Dozer in the hard point right here.
Yeah. If you look at the score, especially in the hard point gaming, just looking at the score in general, War has a lot more time in the hard point besides Zero. Zero seems to be more the anchor, which is very interesting to see. But Rize Gaming keeping one person inside the hard point and then rotating around the hard point. Managed to still stay alive in this game, though they are still about 30 seconds down now. But very smart play to do that's coming out of them. You know, they don't have necessarily 2 or 3 people inside the hard point, because if you have 2 or 3 people inside the hard point, it's easy for one team just come in, push in, and immediately clean you all out.
Right, you want one person in the hard point and then a couple of people watching the corners.
Yeah, watching the corners, rotating around, trying to get people off guard. Kind of like what the guy from War Gaming is doing right now, where he just picked up Rize Spectre on the flank, which is going to be Abrupt. You know, he kept the hard point anchor there, and he has anchor for the next spawn too. So Abrupt is rotating next to currently the 3rd hard point in the series. So on this hard point would be one I would see the HCXD coming out on.
For sure. Currently 29-26 with 2 minutes and 36 seconds in the hard point. He's going big objectively for his team. Oh, and getting a shot through the smoke there.
That was very good out of him. Very good prediction, you know, just kind of playing it smart there. 231 does have his trophy system defense, but Rize Spectre does pick up him with the Vesper. Utah Zero picks up one on Captain DNA.
Dozer last one up with only 12 seconds left until Team War Gaming wins. He was the last kind of chance, and it looks like they're about to take this one.
Yeah, there's only really one way you can go to the hard point without kind of killing time. And just like I say that, you know, 250 to 197. War Gaming does take game number 1, though it does say Rize Gaming. It will switch here in a second. That's one thing they need to fix in the card caster mode. But winners will be War Gaming, as they do take map number 1, French hard point, 250 to 191.
All right, and so we're moving on to the next game type. It's going to be Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy is my absolute favorite, personally. We're playing on Stronghold. So
we'll put on Stronghold on Search and Destroy. So Riverdale Vex 5,300. If you could pull up the scoreboard real quick, just kind of see it. 31-29, 2 minutes 6 seconds inside the hard point, 10 defense. Captain DNA, 24 and 35, 57 seconds, 9 defends. 26-31, 53 seconds, 5 defends.
Abrupt, not getting the most points, but definitely doing the most work in the hard point for sure for his team. So Wargaming going up 1-0, just like last week. This was their pick on their map, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this was their pick on the map, 250 to 191. We had about the same score last week, except for I think it was about like 30, 40 points. But if we can go to the scoreboard real quick, Nova TB 39-32, 59 seconds. Vivid X 33-29, 151. Abrupt 30-27. The defense is what got it for him. Though the defense are kind of evenly.
Yeah, the defense are kind of evenly. Wargaming was just getting the kills at the right time.
Yep.
That's Rize Gaming were just getting kind of like the scrap time almost kills, while Wargaming was rotating at that point.
Yeah, I will say also when it was around like the 191 mark to 161, it was the kills were kind of evenly, but if you look at the kill feed now, you look at the kills, everybody on War is positive.
Everybody, yeah.
20-21, they have 3-4 kills ahead, KD ratio-wise. But, guys, as we hop into game number 2, Search and Destroy Stronghold, we're going to set things up. But, guys, we want to thank one of our sponsors, BenQ. BenQ Monitor is an official monitor versus Gameplay Arcade. Also, during this time, we're going to have a commercial from you coming out from BenQ. I'm going to switch over to my co-caster, JV, as JV and Voltage will cast the next game mode, which will be Search and Destroy Stronghold.
Stick right around.
Yes, guys.
Alright guys, welcome back from that commercial. We are about to jump over to Search and Destroy on Stronghold. Wargaming took that game 250 to 191 over Rize Gaming. We're here with JV.
Hey there. How you doing?
I'm doing well, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I had my chicken breast. Sometimes you just have to cook yourself like a nice meal.
A good meal.
Just to get right back into the swing of things.
Yes, sir. We need our nutrition.
Nutrition is very important. Even though we're sitting down inside talking about a video game, you got to get those nutrients on point.
All right. After watching that commercial from BenQ, I want to shout out BenQ. If you want to use the code versus $20 to get $20 off a new monitor, or the same code versus $40 for $40 off a refurbished BenQ monitor, the best monitor in gaming, hands down.
Hands down. Hands down. Big shout-outs for them doing all that they do for the gaming community. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that last game. I mean, what did you see whenever you saw that last game? For me, we saw a bit of life in Rize. I thought for a second that they were going to be able to bring it back. But when it came to the late game, it just felt like War really pulled away with it.
Yeah, they definitely kind of stayed consistent throughout the game. Abrupt with those hardpoint captures. I believe he had 2 minutes and 36 seconds in the hardpoint.
Wow.
For one person, that's absolutely ridiculous. That adds up to, 120 plus 30? So 150 of the points came from him alone. So it's really just important to shut down that particular player, that you just got to learn who's really capturing that hard point and really kind of just shut them down. Jumping over to Stronghold real quick, you've got 2 bomb sites. One is going to be towards the mid in that kind of courtyard area, and one is underneath in the garage of the house. So they're definitely not too far away from each other, so you definitely have to get 2 of the defensive players down, at least, I would say, personally. You want to take 2 of them out before you even think about moving on to plant that bomb. But yeah, who knows? I'm not a pro. I don't know anything.
No, I mean, for this in particular, it's interesting because the points are relatively close by each other. It's a lot harder, I feel, to set up for some fake plants and options like that, right? It's a lot harder to really distract your opponent for too long, simply because they can rotate over to the other point relatively quickly, especially with the plethora of movement options that exist in this game.
There are a couple walls in between them, but not too much. So we're going to see how these teams play out. So Abrupt going hard in the hard point last game. Who are we going to want to watch at the very beginning of this? I'm kind of excited to see what Rize Spectre has, being a Halo player and a Call of Duty player, and see how that translates into a game mode that is relatively new, comparatively for Halo. I forget the name of the exact game type, but they have a new
Breakout.
One Life Breakout.
Think about Breakout.
So,
and we've seen him put in some work when it comes to Breakout. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does well here as well. But the big difference is going to be all around planting and defusing the bomb. That is the main difference. So I hope he's been watching his CSGO. Hopefully he's been picking up some tips from there.
This one life game type or game mode is just probably my favorite in any game. CS:GO, Call of Duty, Search and Destroy, Breakdown. Did you say Breakout? I can't remember anything. I swear.
No, it's definitely fast paced.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a lot of caution and strategy that goes into it, and it leads to this game type where at first it's a lot of build up and then a really great climax at the end. It's fantastic. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see. Looks like we've got a couple people on the wrong team.
Yeah, they're just kind of getting situated.
They're hanging out. They're talking to each other, I'm sure.
It happens.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Who else was it that really stuck out to you whenever you saw that last game?
You know what? Rags. He kind of went on a tear early on. Dozer was kind of a slow start, but got some stuff together a little bit in the middle. He got a string of kills together. Who else really got on a tear?
Well, not so much who. I'm thinking about that M8 right now.
The M8.
I think that the M8 was a really big factor, and I wouldn't be surprised if whenever we go into this next game, that's going to be banned pretty quickly.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. People love the M8 and hate the M8 at the same time. So
you live and die by the M8.
It definitely depends on who gets to it first, if it's going to be banned or protect. I'm excited to see. I hope somebody's on the wrong team. Let's see if they can stop that early.
I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Things happen sometimes.
Who knows?
But yeah, anyways, speaking of ban and protect, going to be starting off really soon, and right off the gate, we're going to be seeing some bans coming in. Oh, nope, just getting some technical issues coming in.
Yeah, it happens. So we're waiting on the first ban, and we're going to see what happens here. As Vesper is protected by Rags, and the Shiva is taken up by Retire that I in the pubs that I play, because I haven't really jumped over to the competitive side too much yet, I don't see the Shiva too much, so I'm kind of curious how it's been banned twice now. The Elcar being banned in the 48 Dredge, which I thought was an LMG, being banned by Spectre. Unless I'm mistaken that's an LMG and going crazy. I think that's already banned. So he's like, I'm so confident, I'll just ban something already banned.
No, he protected it.
Oh, he protected it?
Yeah, he wanted to keep it safe.
Yeah.
Abrupt going ahead and going to be taking out the Pharaoh. And the trophy system, this is interesting from Captain DNA. I guess they really want to limit as much information gathering tools as possible when it comes down to this map type.
Yeah, so they're going to be, it looks like Captain DNA's team is going to be using a lot of nades and whatnot to get the information. If he's banning that, he doesn't want them to be used. And so far, the M8 has not been touched, as we see ABC Dozer taking out that VMP.
Yeah, the VMP ban, that's definitely a light machine gun, isn't it?
No. I don't know. We were just talking about that. Mike was bringing it up to me.
Talking about the VMP. I thought that was a submachine gun, right?
That's actually an SMG.
Yeah, SMG. My apologies. I got SMG and LMG.
You cast so many games, you can't even keep them straight. I swear. I don't know how you do it.
On the screen?
Right?
I'm kidding.
Where's Mario? Where is Mario Kart? That's what we need.
We need a Mario Kart show match. I will commentate the hell out of a Mario Kart show match.
I will play the hell out of that.
That'll be way too much fun.
Two ruins coming out back-to-back. Rize, Spectre, and Nova both getting on Rags, picking up the Glitch. Retired Zero picking up the Annihilator, and Abrupt picking up Glitch.
Yeah, some glitches.
Yeah.
Going to be looking forward to seeing some of those snapbacks. But the Seraph pick with the Annihilator is going to be really, really key, I feel. The Annihilator is a really unique gun. That one-shot kill is definitely the topic of a lot of controversy. But I really like it in a game type like this, where you're going to be dealing with opponents who, at one point or another, have to be stationary, or they have to be in a specific area or venue. Because you can potentially come in and contest and get a lot of kills in a very short amount of time with that option.
2 scythes, 2 overdrives, 2 glitches, and then active camo and Annihilator are the only 2 that are different. So every team is kind of going to have a similar feel in their specialist picks.
The overdrive picks here are probably going to be used to be able to rotate over quickly as soon as a bomb is planted.
Right.
They want to be able to go and contest as quickly as possible as soon as they get that critical information. As for the Scythe, in addition to the Annihilator, I think it's a really good weapon, especially when you have a bunch of folks clustered in one area. So maybe if you see like a really big push towards B, they're all clustered relatively close together, you can expect the Scythe to come out to go ahead and mow down the entire enemy team.
Yeah, so I'm actually surprised we don't see the Tempest. The Tempest is that the lightning shot
gun.
that kind of is a one-shot kill and it arcs to other players, which I'm surprised we're not seeing in place of that Annihilator.
I could see Tempest being really good for other game types, but because one of the really nice things about the Tempest is the fact that you die but you're stunned for so long.
You get some information.
Yeah, well, beyond that, you're not allowed to respawn. Right. And so for other game types, which are really heavy when it comes to actually respawning, it could be really useful. But because everyone here only has one life, you don't really get that additional perk behind it. So that's probably why we're seeing the switch to the Scythe instead. It gets relatively the same job done when it comes to mowing down multiple enemies in a similar confined space.
Yeah.
Without really that same little bit of startup that it has.
So it looks like just Riverdale Rex was not able to finish his classes. We're about to get jumped over to score streaks. Once again, score streaks were not touched by the Bandit Protect. So it should be fairly quick for everybody to just change what they want to for their Search and Destroy classes. And then jump into the game here shortly. I'm going to jump on with Rize Spectre right away. I'm excited to see how he's going to play a little bit different of a game mode than Halo's in the past. I don't know if he comes from a Halo or Call of Duty background, but he definitely plays Halo, and he plays it very well. They did very well. They did a reverse sweep last week over Limitless, I think it was.
I think it was Limitless Nation, if I remember correctly. I cast so many games.
Right?
It's hard to keep track of all you young whippersnappers. No, and who's the player that you mentioned couldn't quite finish their class?
That would be Riverdale Rex was not able to finish,
gotcha.
if I remember correctly.
Okay. So he might be an interesting wild card of sorts, in the sense that I'm sure everyone on this team has their own role, but because he wasn't able to fully finish his class, he might have to fill this awkward pseudo sort of role. So be sure to be on the lookout for him as well. We're about to go underway. Map number 2, it's going to be Search and Destroy on Stronghold.
Stronghold is a map that we're probably most familiar with because it was in the beta. Rize Spectre is going to be upstairs in the study looking over what I'm going to be calling mid. I'm calling this little lane mid just with how far the Search and Destroy is pushed up. Looks like somebody goes down. Rags goes down and Captain DNA. So it looks like it's going to be a 2-on-4 situation. We're going to stay on with Rize Spectre and see how he handles this deficit right here.
This is looking really rough. They used those smokes to go ahead and ninja their way right into the B bomb site. And Rize Spectre, we've been watching him all game. It's him against the world right now. A 1v4 with only about 20 seconds left. Spots one, but he isn't even going to be able to go ahead and take Nova out. Nova instead getting that headshot and sending this to round 2. Yeah, a really good usage of the smokes. Because we saw that Rize Spectre was inside of that window that whole time, looking over the courtyard just outside of B. But he didn't even have a chance to really spot pretty much the entirety of Team War going in towards that site to go and make the plant. So very well played there. Let's see if they're going to be switching things up here. I want to see if they're going to be going over to the B side again because it worked, or if they're going to be switching to the A side. A little bit of that Yomi coming into play here.
All right, we're on with Nova TBE, who's watching upstairs to that right side. Catches one, lets them know where he is.
Ooh, very tense moment. You can already see Rize Gaming starting to push a little bit more into this house. So they're going to be an incursion, and there it is, Captain DNA coming out on top against Nova. We're going to be switching over to him. He's going to use that wall run, hoping to hop right into this room. But as you can see in the minimap, there are a lot of members of Rize Gaming waiting for him there. Yep. Sorry, Team War waiting for him there.
All right, so it's all up to Riverdale Rex here in a 1-on-3 situation. Sees two of them, but not able to clean them up. Rags finishes that kill, making it a 1-1 game here on Stronghold. So we're going to jump onto the offensive team. That's what I'd normally like to do. I just wanted to watch Rize for one match, and then felt fair putting it on War's side of things. So
man, I mean, what can you do really in that situation? I felt like War knew exactly where the final member of Rize Gaming was. They had him cornered and trapped in that little room. So you saw that really quick, decisive turnover, and it worked out beautifully in their favor.
All right, looks like Abrupt has overkill on with the P06 thermal, and I think that was a Vesper. Oh, and he gets taken out by Rize Spectre with the sniper there.
Man, the one time that we switch away from him. Yeah, and he gets on the board early. Fantastic play. Early swing in favor of Rize Gaming, as it is going to be a 3v4 in their favor.
All right, we're going to see how Riverdale Rex pushes up Looks like he decides to go down low. Retired is going to be backing up, so let's see where Nova is. Nova gets taken out. Retired and Riverdale Rex all up to them right here in a 2v4 situation. He walks past one person, misses his shots.
The movement that we're seeing right now, he's able to avoid danger, and he gets the kill as well. Fantastic play from Captain DNA and Rize Gaming. Absolutely slaughtered Team War there. They just could not come out on top in the gunfights, and that momentum was crushed very early on with that headshot from Rize Spectre.
It was a right spot, right time for Dozer. There's nothing really like he did right over that. He was just in the right spot. But the kill there from AB, or who was that got the kill upstairs? I'm sorry, on Riverdale Rex. Riverdale Rex going down to the hands of one of the Rize Gaming guys, and I believe it was Captain DNA. I'm sorry. Great movement upstairs. So we're on with Polyrags, who's going over to the B tunnel side.
Looking at Rize Spectre, he seems to be playing more of that long-range support sort of role, similar to an Opper, I'd say, in CSGO. He's going to be the guy that you're going to be looking for, getting some of those snipes, and they worked out brilliantly for his team in the last game. They were able to get that first kill, and from there, really steamroll Team War. Spots one is going to be able to go ahead and get that kill. That's Captain DNA taking out Retired Zero. Another 4v3. Rize Gaming did fantastic the last time they were in this situation, but now they're actually going to be on offense instead of defense.
All right, so we do see them playing so slowly here on the offensive side. They do have 45 seconds left, so it's going to be a 3-3 game. Polyrags is going to pick up that bomb and move over to the B tunnels, like I said. So they're slow playing it very much so. Currently a tied game, 3-3.
Notice the big cluster that we're seeing around B right now with only one defender nearby A. Captain DNA trying to escort the bomb, but ends up getting taken out. That's going to be big. The bomb picked back up. Sorry, the Polyrags getting taken out. My mistake. Rize Spectre trying to go ahead and clear a landing zone. There's only one member of Team War left. They're going to be able to get this plant just in time. But let's go ahead and switch over to Abrupt. He spots one. Going to be taking out one.
Oh, what a play.
The two-piece, and he's going to be having plenty of time to go ahead and defuse that bomb as well.
All right, so he does have his glitch up and ready. He's working towards his HCXD right there in the bottom right-hand corner. So Abrupt going 5-2 with a 2-kill streak so far. And great plays by him right there. Very calm, cool, and collected.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. And check this out one more time. He's able to pick off one, spots Rize Spectre there, and just pristine shooting here. Gonna be dropping him very early.
Yeah, very, very clean kill right there from him.
Switching operation ready, boy.
Yeah.
So we'll stay on. Let's jump on with Abrupt, who did so well that last game. Last round, I'm sorry.
Oh, poor Retired Zero. Was it Retired? No, it was Riverdale Rex. Never mind. Retired Zero, he has no excuse as to why he's going 0-3 right now. Riverdale Rex not even playing with his full optimal class, is still at least maintaining an even KD.
He's trying to get Spectre, who got him last time. Spectre almost. Oh, Nova picks up a kill right there on Polyrags. Riverdale Rex goes down at the hands of ABC Dozer. Let's jump on. Trying to get inside. Who's inside with him? There we go.
Yeah, here we go. On Captain DNA.
Currently 5-2.
You can tell that he's not happy. Getting picked off once again. Nova TBE. Put some bullets in him as he was trying to get that wall run executed. It's a 2v2 right now. ABC Dozer and Rize Spectre versus Abrupt and Nova. And we just saw how decisive Abrupt can be. He's in a 1v2 scenario once again. Can he make history happen twice?
Alright, currently 5-2. He has not gotten a kill since that two-piece that he picked up. Picks up one. Let's see where ABC Dozer is. Dozer looks like he's near the A bomb site.
No, he's near the B bomb site.
I'm looking at the wrong person.
Just outside, but he knows the pressure right now is all going to be on Abrupt. He has a really easy plant here, and all of a sudden the pressure is the weight of the world right now on ABC Dozer. This 1v2 just got insanely easier.
That was a great use of the glitch right there. I was trying to figure out what happened for a moment. He glitched after he planted. He glitched out so he can kind of reset his position.
Oh, but did he reset it in time? He's still gonna be taken out by ABC Dozer. He's able to go ahead, pick off the remaining member of War, and get this defuse as well.
All right, so that was a great play by ABC Dozer, flanking all the way around. Only had 15 seconds left on the clock, but that was enough time for him. So currently Wargaming 3-2 in favor of Wargaming here. Search and Destroy on Stronghold. Great flank right there. Just going upstairs, dropping down to the garage. Knowing Abrupt was going to be sitting there. He's actually very red screened after that too.
Oh yeah. That was close. That was close.
Switching operation
All
ready
right,
point.
so we jumped on with War last time. Let's go on with Captain DNA, who currently is 5-2.
We got the
5-3.
5-3. I'm sorry, I was looking at ABC Dozer.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, Dozer's fantastic, but this is really big. And I love this play from Rize Gaming as well. They want to go ahead and seal off this map quickly.
Oh.
But that poor hover car getting demolished right out of the gate. Still a 4v4 scenario as we see Captain DNA starting to push towards the house. Has a little bit of fire coming his way from the bottom level, so he's going to be rethinking his strategy a bit here.
We're going to jump on with... Oh, he
Oh.
gets taken out. Oh, so does the guy that I was ready to switch to. Polyrag's outside sitting out. And Spectre isn't too far from him with the bomb. Picks up one, makes it a 2-on-3 situation. A wall run coming out of Nova to pick up a double kill there. Ties up the game.
It's 3-3 right now. And what are we playing to? Is this to first
First
to
to
6?
6, yes.
Okay.
Or it should be.
I believe this is first to 6, so we still have plenty of S&D left.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I think that this is my favorite game type to commentate.
Oh, I love S&D so much.
There's just so much strategy to it. I
So
mean, what are some of the
strategic.
strategies that you've been seeing so far when you're watching both of these teams? And
Uh,
what's making it so that these teams are being able to kind of be successful, but all at the same time kind of trade these rounds back and forth?
So, Rize Spectre playing back. Oh, yeah, we touched on that. Rize Spectre playing back. ABC Dozer takes out Nova right there. Nova picking up the big plays at the end earlier.
A little bit of a greedy push, I'd say, towards B. They were able to get away with it in round 1, but Rize Gaming was all over them that time. 3v2 right now in favor of Rize Gaming. And this is going to be one of those, I feel, one of those swing rounds more than anything else. Whichever team comes out on top here is going to be in a really favorable position to go ahead and take the map as a whole.
Unless Abrupt can do something crazy, it does look like this round is going to be going to Rize with 3 alive versus just Abrupt.
And not only that, look at where the bomb is.
It's sitting
not
on B.
even in his hands. He spots one, but he's still going to be taken out. Captain DNA getting that kill on Abrupt is going to be putting Rize Gaming up 1. And like I said, this could be just the momentum Rize needs to get on the board.
All right, so we haven't had a lot of time with these teams so far, but I do like the fact that everybody has their roles and you could see it each round, even if we're not kind of pointing them out. Rize Spectre sitting in the back. Give me names. There we go. Captain DNA kind of pushing up a little bit, being the entry fragger. So we'll jump on with Captain DNA, who currently is 7-4. And retired 0. I want to touch on that. What is going on over there?
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. Sometimes it just isn't your round.
Right.
And
Riverdale goes down to the hands of Polyrags, but Nova trades that out. Spectre picks up Abrupt.
gonna be using that boost. He has to get away from that grenade. Commits to going straight to the top level, but the problem is now that he's cornered. Fortunately for him, it's going to be a 2v3 in favor of his team.
So he uses that overdrive to get out of there. So we're going to jump back on with Retired, who's in the action right now. And I don't know why Nova went so far back, but Dozer picks him up as he tries to flank around. So the 0-5 Retired 0 is trying to clutch this 1v3 against Rize Gaming.
The one thing that he has, that Annihilator ready to go. But I'm wondering if he's going to be using it now or saving it for another round. On one hand, he could use this weapon to go and really even the odds, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to be doing. He has plenty of time with this weapon. He just needs to go ahead and start finding folks. There's a big cluster around B, so we might be seeing a really big encounter within the next couple of seconds. Retired 0. He needs to get on the board, but he's
drops
getting
right
taken
on top of Dozer.
out. Dozer is sitting so patiently in the corner. That Annihilator not being used at all. That was a present from Santa Claus himself. Check this out.
Hey, right down the chimney.
I mean, they're already putting up Christmas decorations for a reason, I guess.
Right? I like that skin that he's got going on there, too.
Yeah, it's clean. It's clean.
All right, so Rize, I believe, Rize is up 5-3. I don't know why they switch it on the kill cams. I don't get it. But
bugs are silly sometimes. Yeah, 5-3 in favor of Rize Gaming. They're right now on map point.
yeah, so we're going to jump on with Dozer, who is currently 8-4 with, I believe, a 2-kill streak. They don't switch over between rounds, but I believe he was on a 2-kill streak before. Captain DNA picking up a nade on Nova there. Seeing the head of Abrupt, and Dozer getting shot first and still picking up the kill.
That's so rough for Team War. Abrupt, their MVP, being taken out so early on what could be their last round, and Retired 0 going down as well. It's all up to Riverdale Rex.
He's got that Sith ready.
Yeah, but he does have that scythe ready, but he also doesn't even have his full class on point.
Oh,
and he's about to get flanked as well, as you can see in the mini-map. So many folks. There's going to be an encounter within the next couple of seconds. And there it is. Getting taken out. Rize Gaming going to be taking a Stronghold, Search and Destroy. That was really well played overall. We saw a little bit of sloppiness with that really sneaky plant towards B in round 1. But aside from that, I felt like they played pretty well. Yeah, overall, it came down to kills more than plants, which is kind of expected early on in a game's lifespan. People are more going for kills and don't know the perfect plant spots because eventually, here in about a month, everybody's going to go. Everybody's going to know every perfect plant spot on every map. Retired Zero putting up the donut this game, unfortunately. 0-7. Abrupt going 7-6, but the big names here are going to be ABC, Dozer, and Captain DNA for Rize Gaming, both going 9-4. That was wonderful. Just wonderful. Rize Gaming, I feel, came out, aside from Abrupt, the majority of Rize Gaming members, I felt, came out on top on the gunfights as well. And I think that let them really get that early game tempo, making sure that we saw some of those 4v3s that would become 2v3s, that would become 1v3s and 1v2s. And Abrupt could only do so much. I mean, he did have some brilliant moments. Probably my favorite moment in the match was when he picked up that two-piece at the end. That was wonderful to watch. But especially when you have someone like Retired Zero who just had 7 deaths and couldn't really contribute any plants or defuse or kills. I mean, what more can you say? What more can you say? You expect somebody who's going 0-7 to have a plant or a defuse and really just be that objective player. Be like, hey, I'm going to put this bomb down and distract them. But unfortunately, we were not able to see that out of, who is that? Retired Zero. So it looks like map number 3 is going to be uplink on evac. Why don't you go ahead and frame the map for us a bit? All right, evac is going to be on a skyscraper, kind of overgrown after it's kind of been abandoned almost, it feels like. I don't know the actual backstory. I haven't gotten there in the campaign yet, but it definitely feels like it's overgrown, abandoned, and there's a lot of height difference. There's battles from different kind of levels. Verticality. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Words. Yeah. Once again, words. 2 weeks in a row. So we're going to be looking at Retired Zero's beautiful skull mask. And he was already dead the whole time. That's why. Yeah, he started dead. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very intrigued by wall running and how that's going to be playing a big role in a game type like Uplink. And I could see. I can definitely see Overclock being a really big perk. Whether or not that's going to be banned or protected immediately is going to be a talking point for sure. Because if you have that ability to be able to run insanely quickly, while you have that ball in control, you can score some easy dunks. Oh yeah. If there's nobody there to stop you, so it's very, very important to have a teammate with Overclock that can run the ball, but you also have your teammates pushed up ahead of time because if somebody's running ahead out of the pack and you're running into the enemy's base, you're kind of like, well, I'm holding this ball. Here you go, guys. And that's going to be an interesting point as well. I could see the kinetic armor being a really big factor as well. Being able to have a perk where, hey, say you may not run as fast as if you had Overclock, but you were able to deflect any bullets that come onto you, that would be huge. Yeah, so the kinetic armor, really cool thing about it is that it is actually just the body down. Exactly. Your head is still unprotected. So very interesting to see it be used and how to defend against it. You just got to get a headshot. Yeah, and with those wall runs on point, it can be really tricky sometimes to really plant some of those shots. You have to aim at so many weird, awkward angles, and the fact that you can't aim from the body down anymore makes it that much more difficult. But speaking of the ban and protect, we're about to go ahead and get right into it, and let's see what's going to be getting dropped. Riverdale Rex and ABC Dozer are going to be the first to ban and protect for the respective teams. So were there any weapons that you saw a lot of prevalence on? The M8. There we go. Of course. We talked about it. Dozer going ahead and protecting that. Saw how much he was able to, how much work he was able to put in with that weapon on an objective-based game like Hardpoint. And he wants to, I think, use the weapon to similar successes whenever going on to Uplink as well. Yeah, so it's definitely a big protect, but once again, the Shiva being banned. I don't know why it's banned. I don't get it. I don't like that weapon personally, but I'm not as good as these guys. No, it's the reason why we're talking behind them on the mics and they're actually playing the game. in front of the people.
So Abrupt takes out that Vesper. Captain DNA does not get a ban in time. So it's just going to be one less ban. Polyrags and Retired Zero going to be up. And let's see what they can get off of the playing field or protected onto the playing field.
So what weapons do you think do really well in a game type like Uplink?
Personally, like it really depends on. Oh, the Scythe
That's
being
an
banned.
interesting ban.
That's the first specialist that we've seen banned so far in today's show match.
Very curious ban. I felt that for maybe something with a standing objective, like Hardpoint, the Scythe would be really well.
Yeah.
Would be really, really powerful. But I'm confused as to how it could really find that similar success.
If
with
you've
a
got
moving
somebody sitting in the back protecting
the
that goal,
actual ball or the goal, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
You have a
somebody's
good point.
coming at them with the ball, there's no chance.
True.
There's no chance.
This is
Active
really
camo being banned, which is interesting for me. But specialist draft coming up. Riverdale Rex and ABC Dozer once again first to pick, and we'll see what they're going to go with.
I'm expecting the
Overdrive,
overdrive.
right
Yep,
there.
Called it.
Purifier.
Purifier. That's very curious for me. I mean, are there a lot of paths in this map in particular that require you to go through a small room or something like that?
Pretty much any of the 3 lanes at least have one choke point.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can definitely use it. It's definitely outside of those couple choke points in each lane. A fairly open map, so it's an interesting pick. Abrupt getting that overdrive for his team. And so Annihilator coming out, 2 Annihilators coming out. A Tempest, there we go. Polyrags picking up that Tempest. Rise Spectre and Nova TBE, last 2 to pick.
Team War seems to be all about that speed right now. We haven't seen kinetic armor yet, and I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to opt against that overall. So, yeah, like we said, no kinetic armor coming into play. They want to really rush down as fast as they possibly can. I think that Riverdale Rex is hoping to use the Purifier just to stuff out some of that really fast-paced, tempo-based aggression. Rize Spectre gets battery, but decides to go for the War Machine instead of the kinetic armor, which is very curious. But think again to his role that we saw in Search and Destroy. He's not the kind of player who's up close and personal. He sometimes prefers, instead of dealing with the objective directly, kind of playing more of the support role. And I could see him using a power-weapon like the War Machine in that sort of fashion, where he can kind of sit back and make it rain grenades.
Oh, for sure. So it's going to be fun to see. Retired Zero already saying my classes are good this time. I'm not dropping no donuts. It's not happening twice in a row.
Yeah, he's all good to go.
Yeah, he's
Was
ready
it
to go.
Retired Zero or Riverdale Rex who had the class issues?
Last time I believe it was Riverdale Rex.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm gonna be watching his check mark.
He probably got 4 or 5 done. Probably, you know, I mean, it probably was a non-issue just getting that extra class. Like, let's throw this in here just in case.
Why not?
So we do have 35 seconds left on the clock until creative class, editing creative classes are done. So looks like we're just waiting on Nova TBE and Riverdale Rex.
So Voltage, when you're playing a game type like Uplink, what do you think are some of the keys to success?
Keeping me away from the satellite drone. I'm just the worst. I swear, every time I touch that thing, I am mowed down. I mean...
But that brings up a good point. Not everyone is going to be really keen on using that. The players to watch for, I think, actually running the ball are going to be Abrupt and Dozer for Team War. So trying to figure out who do you think is going to be running the ball for Team Rize Gaming, though?
Rize is going to be, I believe Dozer is on Rize.
Oh, my mistake.
Yep. So, I mean, it really could be anybody. Anybody in the right situation. I mean, all these guys know their routes. They know their routes by now. They've had these maps for at least an hour, so they know, they've gone over them and talked about who's doing what. So overdrive for coming out for Dozer,
and an
Abrupt.
overdrive for Abrupt. So they're going to be the primary ball runners, I feel. Captain DNA, interesting choice here with the Annihilator, but I guess it's going to be able to help him maybe pick off and clear a path for Dozer as he's going to be barreling through, hoping to get those dunks in.
Retired, who once again has the Annihilator for this, War Gaming team, or I guess not gaming, but War team. So once again, from the Search and Destroy, had the Annihilator out, wasn't able to do anything with it the one time that we did see him pull it out. We'll watch him a little bit more intently this game and see how he does on a respawn game mode. Some people are just not good at that Search and Destroy game mode. Who do you want to jump on with right away, right out of the gate? We're on with Riverdale Rex. We can switch to anybody you want.
Let's go to Abrupt. Let's go to Abrupt. He really caught my eye in that last game, and he does have that overdrive, which means that he's going to be somebody that we got to watch for going straight for that ball. And look at him poised, ready to go, just waiting, making sure that the area is clear. Rize Spectre, however, getting first blood is going to make it so that he has to think twice. Spots one, going to be able to go ahead and take out Rize Spectre, and there's the ball right in the play of War.
Going backwards, which is interesting. All right, so he takes it up on the roof.
Hey,
Taking this outside route.
Maybe he thought that there was a lot of people focused on the opening of the window, and he didn't want to.
Perfect play there. What he did is he threw the ball at Rize Spectre. Rize Spectre automatically picked it up because once you're over that ball, you automatically pick it up, and so he's defenseless right there. It was a great play.
But still going to be taken out. ABC Dozer, the other player that we got to watch out for, is also going to be taken out actually by Retired Zero. Good to see him finally on the board after a very lackluster showing in Search and Destroy. His Captain DNA is going to be taken out after taking out one. And wow, right now, body's kind of hitting the floor back and forth. But primarily, I'd say that the swing of the game is feeling like it's in the favor of Team War.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Team War is getting the important kills. But when I say that, there's 3 members down. So Retired Zero is the last alive. Let's see what Captain DNA can do with this satellite drone. He throws it. Do we know the throws already? Not quite. But he gets it back into that base and takes out the drone carrier right there. So he's sitting in the base right there.
And look at how heavily contested that base is. It looks like this is going to be a relatively easy run back. But as soon as they get to that midpoint, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, so they're able to throw it out of bounds and put the ball back in reset. We're seeing just who's around it right now. We're on with kind of the Rize team. I'm sticking with them for the most part.
Now, Rize Spectre playing more of that support role that we really know him for. Has that Razorback out. As we switch over to Retired Zero. Spots one. He's unable to, finally able to go ahead and take out that satellite carrier.
Currently going 4-2, kind of showing us, don't talk smack about about me. I can get kills. Don't you worry about me.
Some people just don't do their best in S&D. It's just how it is sometimes. Retired Zero getting another one. Spots one, is unable to go ahead and land those shots. And he's actually able to come out on top.
6-2 currently on a 3-kill streak. Make that a 4. He's going big for the team right here. He's 300 away from that lightning strike.
Oh.
Now make that 200. He's going huge.
Yeah, it's a complete turnaround from S&D. A complete turnaround right now. Definitely the person to watch. He has that Annihilator ready as well. Everything is looking fantastic right now for Team War, but they're going to be stuffed just short of the goal.
Abrupt's able to pick it up and dunk that in, making it a 2-point game in favor of Team War Gaming.
And look, right there, I believe that it was Captain DNA. He recognized that they had already kind of lost that point, so he's already there at the point where he could just pick up the ball as soon as it reset.
I didn't even see Spectre pick up the ball. I'm so sorry I missed that, guys. I'm trying to watch this 7-kill streak coming out of Mr. Donuts here.
Retired Zero. I mean, he definitely was listening to us cast. And he was like, you know what? Shut up,
Let's
JV.
shut up, guys.
Shut up, Voltage. Enough of all that. 2-2 right now. Rize Gaming, after that reset, were indeed able to go ahead and put it away. The ball in control of Team War. But for how long? ABC Dozer so close by. Retired Zero hoping to extend the streak even further.
Tries to throw it. I'm not able to do it, so who picks that up? Let's find him. Oh, they reset it. Okay. Trying to figure out who's near it right now. There we go.
There's going to be a really big contest about to go down. You can already see a lot of action towards where the ball is. Retired Zero taking out ABC Dozer with the headshot. Boosting around his Captain DNA. He's going to be taking out Retired Zero. A really sick angle there after that wall jump.
Yeah, so it's definitely good movement from Captain DNA, who's flanking around the base. And the ball is out in the hands of Spectre, who goes down.
And yeah, honestly, this play is going back and forth. Rize Gaming, however, is going to be able to get at least one cap. They currently have a 1-point lead here. War started off really strong, but it feels like Rize is starting to really get it together. See what they can do.
Spectre moving in there, picking up one, getting taken out by Nova. Which the colors are weird in the bottom right-hand corner. That threw me off. What'd I do? There we go. I keep hitting that trigger.
It happens sometimes. The War Machine is ready to go for Spectre, but he doesn't seem like he wants to use it just yet, especially as the clock is winding down. Rize Gaming, as we go to halftime, is going to be securing a 1-point lead, but can they hold on to it in Game 2?
All right, so Rize once again does have that 1-point lead. At these final kill cams, they do switch the names. So that'll get fixed here shortly. And big first half there from Rize.
Yeah.
What was the most important part, do you think? I mean, we did watch a lot of Mr. Donuts Zero going big there, but from what you did see from Rize Gaming, what was the biggest part?
I mean, you said it yourself. You said it yourself. From Rize Gaming, I think the big thing is that even though they got scored on first, they didn't lose any heart. They're able to go ahead and reset the situation and run it back immediately. And that was something that we didn't really see from Team War too much. They felt like they should have won every single battle. And when they didn't, I felt like it caught them off guard. Whereas Rize Gaming, I feel, is able to do those tactful retreats and make the most of some of those restarts. So I want to see some of that from Team War, especially given the fact that they're currently down 1 point.
All right, so they were able to stop Rize Spectre from scoring, throw it out, and reset that satellite drone. Polyrags with the Tempest missing the kill. Oh, they didn't end up resetting it. It's way in the back. All right, there we go. There's the reset. Abrupt was able to pick it up and reset it with that overdrive on his back, ready to go. He has the Weevil in hand.
But look, he had the reset, but no one really there until several seconds later to go and pick it up.
Yeah, he was able to reset it and then go defend it, which was fantastic. And pick up a second kill on Dozer right there. So Abrupt on a 3-kill streak currently. Overdrive ready to go. He's just waiting.
Waiting for that moment, but it looks like he might fall victim to a flank pretty soon unless his teammate has his back. Yep, and it worked out perfectly for him there. As you can tell, Riverdale Rex actually was able to go ahead and cover the back of Abrupt. So allowed him to set up for a really nice opportunity. He's going to be able to take out Polyrags as well. Like you mentioned, the overdrive is here, but instead we're going to be going to Dozer, who's going to be carrying the satellite right now.
Oh, what a throw there to make it a 4-2 game.
Fantastic. 2-point difference. We need to see some dunks. Well, I want to see Abrupt, even though he's so great on offense, I want to see him use the overdrive to make sure he can get one of those dunks. Instead, it looks like they're going to have to go ahead and fight really hard for initial control of the ball. And Polyrags dropping is going to be allowing Team War to maybe start putting some points back on the board in this second half.
All right, so big thing from Nova TBE. We've seen 5 kills in a row from him right here. Actually gets taken out, but he was the last member left standing. So it was a 1v4 as Rize Gaming was pushing up on that satellite drone, and he was able to stop that big time.
Oh, Abrupt just
And there's
short,
the dunk to tie it up.
but still able to go ahead and get the dunk. You called it just right. Looking over, and this is fantastic. This is what I wanted to see from Team War. Already the ball right back in control. They had someone situated there as soon as they knew that they had won that last exchange. Can they maybe get another? Indeed they do. A huge dunk right now for Team War. They're up 2.
All right, so Nova able to put that one away for 6-4 right there. And it's definitely the whole Team of War right now going big. And so, oh, who has that right there?
I think it might be Abrupt, but he's actually going to be dropping it down temporarily. Riverdale Rex and Retired Zero both able to get on the board.
There we go.
Nova TBE as well. The entirety of Rize Gaming right now is just getting cleaned up. Spots a little bit of aggression, goes ahead and hands it off to his teammate, and they're able to go ahead and score another
That was
point.
such a fantastic play there. Knowing that it was getting shot at and being like, hey, I don't need these points. Here you go, Retired Zero. I care about winning more than padding my KD or my points per minute or whatever. And just putting it away once again, 9-4. This
turnaround.
War Gaming just going huge right here in game number 3, the second half. First half, we were like, they didn't show much fight. Now, look at them go. Retired Zero picking up another one, making it 22-8 for Retired Zero. And he's going down right there, but the satellite drone is in the hands of Abrupt, who's trying to put it away for a 10th or 11th point right here. Oh, try to throw it out. He's baiting him. He's baiting him.
Okay, it was a bait. For a second, I thought that was the worst attempted reset I've seen in my entire life. But yeah, it was just a bait.
Yeah, let's call it a bait.
We'll call it a bait. Abrupt's going to be getting picked off there
we
as
go.
we switch things over to Retired Zero. Hoping to go ahead and pad the stats even more in favor of Team War Gaming. Spots one, and he's going to be able to go ahead and take out Captain DNA with that headshot before getting taken out by Spectre. And this is a really big talking point. One big difference in this second half, in contrast to the first half, is the control of this reset area. I feel that, aside from right now, Team War has done a fantastic job of locking down this area and establishing early ball control, which has allowed them to net a lot of points and garner this 5-point lead that we're currently seeing. About 30 seconds remaining in this game, and this is looking terrifying right now for Rize Gaming.
Yeah, so with 20 seconds left on the clock, I don't see a way that they're going to be able to put 5 points on the board, especially with Rize Spectre, last one standing with the War Machine and not able to pick up a kill with it, which is just so disappointing.
Yeah, not gaining much of anything. He walks right into Team War, who's able to once again secure that area. No time left on the clock, and Team War, after establishing so much control in that center area, is going to be walking away with that 9-4.
Yeah, that was huge. Huge plays there at the very end there.
Yeah. Everyone stepped up. Everyone stepped up.
Yeah, it was huge. So, who was your favorite player to watch in that situation?
Oh man, Abrupt had
Abrupt
several
is going
moments
big every
for
single
sure.
game.
He's been going big every single map so far. But aside from that, the comeback kid retired 0 at the end of there, going 26-12. Really fantastic to watch.
Yeah, after us talking a lot of smack,
A lot of
smack on his donut there, he definitely went big, going 26-12. The carries are going to be going to Abrupt. Got 2 of them overall. Spectre able to get 1 for his team, but not much anything not much of anything else there from Rize Gaming. As we finish up game number 3 there. Game number 4 is going to be Hardpoint on Combine. We're going to hand the controller off over to Mike so we can get all that ready for us.
Yeah, that was commercial.
No,
Okay.
we're going down. We're going to take it.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and throw it to commercial. We'll have Mike in my place coming up next. We're going to see, once again, Hardpoint on Combine. Stick around for more action.
All right, today is day 0 for Versus Gameplay Arcade. So I invited a couple people that I know and trust who have kind of been with me and with us since the first the first tournament that I ran almost 6 years ago out of a little gym, not knowing anything about running tournaments. They've come out and they're kind of helping me dry test the place, make sure the power works, the setups work, the internet works. So far, so good. We're at about 70%, but so far, some good feedback.
Right now, we're here at the Versus Gameplay Arcade preview space. This is basically the temporary space that we have in here to kind of show everybody exactly what we're doing, let you guys know that, you know, we're here for the community to help you guys out and give y'all somewhere to go throughout the week if you want to play different games and, you know, also practice with the locals and do just a whole bunch of different things. With the preview space, we do have, you know, a few setups here and also the arcade games. We're just going to do it big for everybody out here in the DFW, and right now we're just kind of starting it off just to give you guys a little preview of what, you know, we have in store for you.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. It was a free invitational event, so hopefully everyone had a good time. We had food and drinks for everyone, and we're having a Street Fighter Invitational tournament where the winner will get a really nice Day 0 jersey shirt. Again, today's theme was just to kind of have fun, give me some good feedback, give us some good feedback. So thanks to everyone who came out. Thanks to Mike, Markel, and Luis for all of us getting together and putting this together. So hopefully good things are here to come. Thanks.
Welcome, guys. We're back here at the Versus Gameplay Arcade. You know, I did tag out for Voltage. Co-casting alongside JV now, man. Been a while since we cast together. We didn't cast Halo together, but we casted last week, Black Ops match.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. Wargaming right now on set point. If they take one more map, they're going to go ahead and come out on top. And Abrupt, the player that we're currently sending a message to, has been the main factor, I'd say, overall for this Wargaming squad. But honestly, especially in that last game, the entire team stepped it up.
Yeah, so, you know, guys, if you actually like the stream, you know, you want to support us and everything, there's a donate button down at the bottom of the stream. All donations go towards the stream and the venue at the Versus Gameplay Arcade. So, guys, if you could donate, that'd be greatly appreciated. Everybody here at Versus Gameplay would love that. Also, remember, we are located at 9750 Walnut Street, Suite 194, right next to Swayz, Dallas, Texas 75243. It's $10 per day or $29.99 per month, and that's unlimited gaming. Come and go as you please for a great low price. On Mondays, we do the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 show match. Tuesdays is Super Smash Brothers. Wednesdays is Halo 5 show match. Thursday, you can take it away now.
Thursdays are going to be Street Fighter Casuals. Fridays, the Mortal Kombat X Weekly. Saturday, the Street Fighter 4 Weekly. And Sunday being the good old Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Weekly.
Yeah, guys. And then also on the 28th, November 28th, we actually will have a FIFA 16 tournament here at the Versus Gameplay Arcade on PlayStation 4. It starts at 1:30 p.m. The doors and sign-ups open at 12 p.m. It's $20 per person. That's $10 for the venue, $10 per pot, and it will be double elimination.
Are you done with the shameless plugs? Because
Yeah.
I'm done with the shameless plugs.
Let's
We got to
go.
go ahead and bring out what could very well be the last game that we play. And I say this just because of Team War's performance on the last Hardpoint game. And seeing as we're going to Combine and we're playing Hardpoint again, things are looking a little tough for Rize Gaming. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rize Gaming definitely had their moments. They were able to pull it back and make it really close in the mid-game. But if you look at the end of the game, it just felt like War was in complete control. And we saw that a lot, actually, in the Uplink game as well. As soon as War gets control, they have a vice grip. When it comes down to locking down areas, they are fantastic. In Uplink, they were able to lock down that area where the ball would reset. And in Hardpoint, when it's all about locking down areas, I feel like they have a slight edge going into Map 4.
No, I do perfectly agree with that. You know, Hardpoint, it was 250 to 191 between War and Rize Gaming. On Combine, the very good hardpoint map, you know, it starts in the middle, then rotates back to, I believe, the Black Ops spawn, and then goes over to the CBD spawn. I could be wrong about that, but either way, anchoring will have to be a big feature here. War Gaming does a lot of that. War had more people inside the hardpoint on map number 1, and they had a lot more time inside the hardpoint, but they still managed to get the kills around the hardpoint, and I believe that's something that Rize Gaming is actually not to really anticipate, is the fact that they won't necessarily see all the players inside the hardpoint. They won't see people around the hardpoint kind of rotating around, and they'll have to pick up the straggling kills. That's going to be the only way they can really come back and win this and take it to game number 5. In my opinion, that is.
No, I agree.
But as we look here, take it, back in Advanced Warfare, you kind of see what guns they start with. Now you can't. Everybody seems to have that KN. I believe that was the KN-44. So we're just currently waiting for Rize Spectre to come join the game as we go into game number 4. That's going to be Hardpoint on Combine.
Yeah.
So, guys.
What are some roles that you saw in the last Hardpoint game that you saw?
So, in the last Hardpoint game, I saw Retired Zero be he was the anchor for him. Last week we saw Nova be the anchor, so very kind of interesting how they switched roles there. Besides from that, they were kind of all the OBJ players. On Rize Gaming, they had no anchor really. There was really nobody controlling the spawn, nobody really controlling the hard point. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they can actually kind of change that and keep control of the hard point, keep control of the spawns and stuff like that. We're just currently waiting for Rize Spectre to come join the game. Not too sure where he's at. Let me send him an invite just in case he, was not able to get in. But we'll see. I'm not able to join. He says he's in the lobby. Okay, he just joined. So just like that, we're going to go into game number 4, Combine Hardpoint.
And Rize Gaming, if they lose this, then they're going to be losing this series, and War Gaming is going to be extending their streak, aren't they?
Yeah, War Gaming will be extending their streak. Rize Gaming, Rize Gaming Halo, they came on the past 2 weeks, completely dominated, and then see if Rize Gaming COD can do the same thing, dethrone War.
I mean, we did see a reverse sweep, actually, for Rize Gaming last week, where they were down 2-0, and they were actually able to win 3 maps in a row. And so this is a significantly less of an uphill battle when you put it in those kinds of factors.
No, yeah, you're perfectly correct. Now, we do see the VMP being banned, Shiva immediately being banned, MA-A7 being protected, as always, usually, Pharaoh being banned by Retired Zero. Shiva is going to be a gun, I believe, will be either early banned or early protected within like first 3 picks because of the sole fact that it's so powerful. 2 shots, you're dead. It's like the FAL back in Black Ops 2, where the FAL, you could shoot it so fast that it actually shot faster than the assault rifles if you had the good trigger finger for
You gotta have
it.
those trigger fingers.
Yeah.
Those Freako Impact figures. You know
Yeah.
Freako Impact?
So, Freako Impact, one Black Ops 2, national world champions. Cerberus being banned, Psychosis being banned, Vesper being banned. Very interesting to see because Vesper being banned, that was a big thing for Hardpoint number 1. But Psychosis.
Yeah, that's a very curious ban for me. That's a very curious ban. Kinetic armor, not really too surprising that that's going to be banned there. Going to make it a lot more difficult, I feel, to really hunker down and hold on to some of those hard points.
Psychosis being banned, it's kind of weird in an aspect, but in this map, or in this game mode specifically, there out of the 4 hard points, I believe there are, or 5, only 2 of them are in the open. So with Psychosis, you can just come inside a door, use your Psychosis ability, have 3 guys rotate everywhere, and you don't know necessarily which one to shoot. So I can see how come that would be banned. One that I'm really surprised if it's not banned or picked is Purifier. Purifier was one that was used in the Invitational this past weekend on the Totino's 50K, and Crim6, he used it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Especially whenever it comes to that one point where it's in the lab. I think it's in the either in the lab or it's in like this really tight room. The Purifier is fantastic and just melting away all opposition. Instead, we're going to be seeing Captain DNA with the gravity spikes, which I think is fantastic. And there's the Purifier that we were waiting for. Riverdale Rex not taking too long to go ahead and just snag that one up.
Nope, but we do see that's going to be on War Gaming, they have the Heat Wave, the Annihilator, Overdrive, and Purifier. But on the opposite side, you have Gravity Spikes, Sparrow, Scythe, and Annihilator. Now, we'll see. Gravity Spikes was used by Captain DNA last time. He did use it well, but he'd only got about 2 or 3 kills with it. Active Camo was one that was used last time by Dozer. You know, we see him switching up to Sparrow, so it'd be very interesting to see because this map is pretty open, so you can't get the easy Sparrow kills. Annihilator being used in Scythe, obviously. You know, everybody knows Scythe is a mini machine gun. Overdrive, Annihilator, Heatwave, Purifier. Heatwave is going to be one of the ones where he just goes inside the hard point, immediately uses it, and just wrecks face. just kills people. Purifier, I'm really interested to see how they two will probably use it really well together. But just waiting for Captain DNA and Riverdale Rex to finish up their classes. Vespa being banned. Probably most of them had to probably switch that off their guns because they probably had it on at least 1 class apiece. I said Hardpoint Fringe, Vespa's was probably about 3 of the 8 guns used. MA87 was about 2. Besides from that, it was kind of switched between VMP and Pharaoh. That was not banned that game. I'm not too sure about the Search and Destroy uplink. You casted those, so you'll be able to know. Did they use the Vesper a lot in those games?
I can't say that they did. I think they may have actually gone ahead and banned those, if I remember correctly. So who are some players that we really need to watch for, especially when you think about that last map?
Retired Zero. He's for sure one. Retired Zero and Abrupt were the top 2 players, both on opposite teams. So very interesting. No, sorry. Yeah, it was Retired Zero. Abrupt was for War, and I believe it was Poly Rags and Captain DNA for Rize Gaming. That is.
Yeah.
Those were 2 of the 2 players that you needed to watch back in the Hardpoint. Now, we'll say Hardpoint in the last game mode, War Gaming, all of them went positive. The only one that actually went kind of like 1-1 was Riverdale Rex. He was 21-21. Everybody else had about 3 or 4 kills positive. But as we go into this, we're going to go into game number 4, Combine Hardpoint.
Yeah, this is very big. Wargaming, if they take this map, they're going to be taking this series. And like we said before, Wargaming has, I think, a really good class set right now to go ahead and contest very nicely. The overdrive from Nova TBE is going to let him lock down hard points and rotate over very quickly. As for the Purifier, that's going to be excellent whenever the hardpoint is in one of those very clustered and close together, one of those confined rooms. So be sure to look for some really big swings as far as who's controlling the hardpoint as we go ahead. The first point going to be right in the middle here near this tank, and ABC Dozer is going to be getting picked off by Nova TBE.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny. No, I've actually teamed with Dozer back in Black Ops 2. When I saw the gamer tag, I'm like, man, this cannot be the same guy. I remember, like, I've not seen him in Ghost or Advanced Warfare. He was a beast back in Black Ops 2. Curious to see how he is here. You know, he did play a lot of the AR roles, so him switching up to the CUDA is very interesting to see. But we do have a butt coming here on the hard point. Does have 2 people. That's gonna be. He takes out one with the Weevil. Weevil kind of like the P90. It looks like, just a different version of it. But automatically 3-1, 15 seconds inside the hardpoint. Team War currently leading, but we do have Rize Spectre coming up here, trying to contest it. Spots 1.
Oh, going to be taken out, though, and that's even more points. A little bit of a contest still going on. They're going to go ahead and be able to clean up. This hardpoint should be shifting over within the next 5 seconds. You can already see some folks situated around, hoping to go ahead and start making the most of that switch.
Yeah, so like I said, it does go to rotate to the, sorry, it was the CBD spawn, then the rotate to the Black Ops spawn. But War, Nova gets a 2-piece there. pulls out the pistol, just immediately just wrecked face with it. But we do have two people coming around. That's going to be Rize Spectre, kind of seeing one in the middle, puts shots into it, but does get taken out himself. It's very interesting to see, 44 to 11 now.
This spot in particular, in the lab, is where I want to see the usage of the Purifier. With such a contested area like this, I feel like the Purifier would be the perfect option. I'm not sure if he has enough in the tank, and he probably hasn't built up enough. Actually, he's ready to go. He's ready to use it.
That's the Heat Wave, actually.
Oh, Heat Wave. My mistake. My mistake.
Yeah, so I believe the guy who had it was actually Riverdale Vex. So Riverdale Vex, you know, he's currently 3/4 of the way, so.
Still has a little bit of time to go, but maybe the next time we see it rotate over to that particular location, we should be able to see that option coming out. 63 to 22 right now. Team War Gaming already all over the hard point, attacking on some early points. Tried to go ahead and clear up as much as he possibly could, but instead is going to be taken out, allowing Rize Gaming to start putting some points on the board as well.
Yeah, so Buck inside the hard point does get one kill. Nova TB picks up 2 kills with a Hailstorm missile, but we do have them rotating over. It's going to be very interesting to see who is that over there. That's Nova TB on the flank. Does spot 1, gets 2 kills, Abrupt picks up 2 himself, so all 4 down now. Coming out from Rize Gaming org, 76 to 27. Just completely dominating. Riverdale Rex currently has them in like a spawn trap. They're all spawning back in the regular CBD spawn. Nothing they can really do here.
Nothing that they can do. This is going to be so many points right now in favor of Team War Gaming after locking down that spawn. And look at the payoff that they're having right now. They're knowing almost exactly where everyone's going to be coming from. And they're just doing a fantastic job of continuing to pick them off. Right now, however, we see in that bottom hard point, the last 13 seconds, some of that is going to be going towards Rize Gaming. We're going to be switching things over to...
I believe that was, let's see, that was ABC Dozer getting the kills there. So he does have the Sparrow ready. You know, the only reason why he got past it was he got the weird spawn. He spawned around this area that he's in right now. He did not spawn back where his teammates were spawning at, which managed for him to get the kill. You know, they tried to get Retired Zero, tried to get it, you know, the spawn himself with the anchor points. But Host in the game, 109 to 30. Wondering if Rize Gaming gave up.
No, I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible, but it could also just be internet issues.
That could be true as well. I'm going to investigate into this matter because this is very, very unusual for a team to do this.
I'd be so sad if they rage quit so fast.
I would be too.
That would be very depressing.
That would be too, and especially coming out of Rize Gaming, you know, team that's been dominating in the Halo series, the Call of Duty team, but it does... Either one of the players DC'd or something happened. But 7-1, Retired Zero, 13-6, Abrupt, 18-5, Nova, Riverdale Vex, 7-7. So, you know, I just asked the players what happened. So we're just currently waiting to see, you know, what's going on here. But not necessarily too sure what's going to happen as we, yeah, so nobody currently responded.
We're going to take a quick commercial break and figure out exactly what's going on between these two teams, but make sure you keep it locked here, and we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome back, guys. Did have a little bit of issues going on there. We got it fixed. We're back into the lobby. It said they were host issues. JV did actually have to go and cast Melee at FX Game Exchange for their Melee night. So I'm back here co-casting with Voltage.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, man. So it'll be very interesting to see how, previously it was 109 to 30. Now it's, don't know if we're restarting or if we're just going to change it. It says change teams. We're on red plus, we're up by 70, so give us our side, please.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to switch the...
No, it's right how it was.
Okay, I am? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because...
okay, so change teams we're on. Okay, so
it
seems like they're about 70. That's what they're going to go with. We'll see what happens.
All right, make sure that blue is Rize. Yeah.
Yeah, blue is Rize, red is going to be CDP, so it will be Wargaming. So let's just go with plus 70, and we'll see what happens. Host is on Nova's host, so I'm assuming that once they hit 180, they will end the game.
We'll see. We'll see how they do.
Yep. Riverdale Vex switching over.
It is just a show match, so, no money's on the line or anything like that. So they might just want to play it out just to play it out, or they might want to increase their show match record.
Yeah. So Nova is saying it was 109 to 46, but all right, doesn't matter. Our Team War just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty confident in their hardpoint game, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Guys, like I said, we will figure out when it ends, and we'll figure out. And it says when he lagged out, it was like 27 to 62.
Dozer's not quite ready. He switched over to Codcaster mode. He's trying to fix something, I guess.
I think what they're trying to do is just kind of figuring out what the points are. I'm curious to see what War is going to do as they are currently talking it out. Game is starting in 6 seconds, but then again, they just canceled it as Dozer will be in Codcaster mode. Very interesting to see because Dozer actually, I found him on Twitter. I'm like, that is a guy I teamed with back in Black Ops 2. I remember that guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was really good back in Black Ops 2. He still is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Good. So it's very interesting to see. He is playing for a semi-professional organization, Rize Gaming. So it'll be very interesting to see. He was standing in spawn, asked who was streaming it. You kept playing, but who cares? I guess if you want to do whatever you want, need someone else is next time, Michael.
Yeah. So we're waiting on Dozer here to get onto his side. We're seeing what the issue is here. But the spawn trap was absolutely amazing.
That spawn trap was ridiculous when it came down to the third hard point. Like, they knew exactly where to be at. They had one guy on anchoring from the Black Ops spawn. They had one guy in the second hard point, one guy in the middle of the map, and then one guy on the hard point. And they only broke the spawn trap whenever Dozer spawned between the guy in the Black Ops spawn and the guy in the hard point.
Yep.
He somehow spawned in the middle there and rotated back around. So, very interesting to see how this is going to play out. Dozer currently, I'm assuming, still changing his classes, just kind of waiting around. Very interesting to see now.
Yeah, so Nova made a big, I believe it was Nova, in that second hard point, made a huge play, starting out with the M8 and then switching over to his pistol. Huge play by him, so War just definitely on point in their hard point game mode. So I'm curious to see if Rize can, with the reset and everything, get it going.
Yeah. So, very interesting to see how the host is. ABC Dozer still in codcasting mode. Not currently sure what's going on with him.
There we go.
Yep, so it switched over. So we should be going into game number 4. Rize Gaming versus Wargaming on Combine Hardpoint. Don't know what the score will be. Before it ended, it was 109 to 46. Well, that's when they ended the game. So going back into ban/protect voting system.
Hopefully it's fairly quick this time, comparatively. They should all know what they want. Hopefully it doesn't affect as what happened as much. Retired Zero, once again, taking out the Shiva. He's done it every single time.
The one thing I will have to say is the Vesper was banned previously.
Really?
Yep, so they did not ban the Vesper this time. They protected it. I'm curious to see how that will actually play out, considering the fact that it wasn't banned, VMP being banned. The one thing I don't necessarily like with the restart of the games, especially with the ban/protect system, is the fact that you kind of do get a chance to reban, repick stuff. So that's going to be something that we have to deal with in the future, especially when it comes down to stuff like this, just so we can kind of prevent that from happening.
Yep.
So hopefully we can kind of fix that. Also, another thing that is very different, if you look at the picks and bans, Captain DNA, no, okay, never mind, sorry. It's just the way it looks. I thought that they got to pick together. I lied. Purify being banned and Kinetic Armor being banned. So Purify was not banned previously.
Right.
Psychosis was.
Okay.
And now they just banned Purifier. Take it, the Purifier was not used at all last game because the guy, it was Captain DNA that actually picked it. No, sorry, it was Riverdale Vex that picked it, and he was not able to get enough points before the match ended. But we see Retired Zero coming out with the Annihilator, Captain DNA, Gravity Spikes, Polyvag Scythe, Nova TB Overdrive, Abrupt coming back out here with the Heat Wave. That's what he had last time. Seeing what Rize Spectre will pick. It's going to be very interesting to see as what he will pick. He picks the Annihilator, now it's on the Dozer and Riverdale Vex. Kinetic Armor was banned last time. Kinetic Armor is a very good one in Hardpoint because of the sole fact you cannot get killed unless you get hit with a headshot. Dozer picks the Sparrow last time, so it's going to be interesting to see what he picks this time. Riverdale Vex switches up and picks the Scythe.
Alright, so it's kind of like almost a different game as ABC Dozer picks up that Tempest. We're on to create a class here. And then we'll get the bans protects for, the
Score streaks.
Score streaks change edit, which I don't think any score streaks were affected, so it should be good to go after these guys go ahead and create their class.
Yep. So it's going to be very interesting to see the Annihilator. Obviously a good weapon to be used. Tempest, I'm not necessarily too sure what that does off the top of my head.
Tempest is the electricity gun that has an arc to players nearby.
Yep.
So it can kind of chain kills together, almost like the Wonder Waffle in Zombies. I've been playing a lot of Zombies. That's the only reason I mention it. But it kind of the same kind of feel for that.
Yep. So it'll be very interesting to see as Riverdale Vex and Captain DNA, the only people left that have not changed their classes. Riverdale Vex picks up. Now the Shiva being banned, that one I believe is going to be a gun that is, it's like the FAL in Black Ops 2. Trigger finger and that gun equals you dead. Just simple as that.
Yeah, but I so far in pubs I haven't really, like I was saying earlier, haven't dove into the competitive side of things, playing in any kind of competitive scene situation. But I don't see the Shiva a lot in pubs.
I don't see the Shiva a lot in the competitive, like Arena Pro. I see more the MA-A7 and Men of War. I don't see a lot of the Shiva, which is very interesting to see. To be honest with you, I think a lot of people just don't realize how powerful it is. Also to the fact that some people don't see how powerful it is because some people don't have the trigger finger.
Right.
And that's another big thing, which is kind of funny because the way you can change the controls on these, you can actually change the trigger to be the
R1
little button, yeah. And you could just spam that as much as you want to instead of spamming the trigger because of the sole fact that you cannot get trigger stops with like a SCUF controller cinch for PS4.
Really?
Yep. You can get them for Xbox One, but you cannot get the trigger stops for PS4.
Just how the controller's made, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming the same thing. Because like if you look at the controller itself, it's very hard to like add in that pin that stops it. Plus, it's not that big of a trigger anyway.
Yep.
So, gonna hop on board here, and with let's start with Nova TBE. Nova TBE did run into his teammate there, so very interesting to see. Nova TBE should be one of the first ones on the side. The hard point, we'll see what he has. He has Overdrive, MA-A7 with the ELO stock quick draw, RK5, concussion, flak jacket, fast hands, and then blast suppressor. Going on board here, we do have one person on the hard point. That's going to be Rize Spectre. Rize Spectre, the Vesper, Annihilator, Frag, Perk 3 Greed, flak jacket, and blast suppressor as well. But going back into the game,
so Rize Spectre able to pick up some points on the hard point. Captain DNA going after him, following in his footsteps. Both of them getting over 10 points. And so that's definitely just a change of pace from what we saw first game. Wargaming finally getting in that hard point. And it's going to be Riverdale Rex getting the point so far. Currently he's at 10 points by himself.
I think the Vespa being banned was a big factor. We have seen it a lot in other game modes. So I think it needs to be nerfed, in my opinion. It's way too powerful for the type of gun it is. I don't really want to kind of see 4 Vespers in Black Ops 3 competitive. And like, if we just go look through the classes real quick, you know, we have Dozer with the M8A7, Captain DNA with the Vesper. So we see 1 Vesper, 1 M8. So we have 2 Vespers, 2 M8s coming out from Rize. Nova, Vesper, M8, Vesper, and then Vesper. So we have 5 Vespers and 3 M8s.
Yeah, so definitely just a already early in this game, people are figuring out the guns they like and kind of just sticking with them, which is you know, I like. But at the same time, if you ban that M8 or that Vesper, it throws somebody off their game. So it's definitely a give and take. If you can find a gun that you like, that's not one of the popular ones, you can definitely throw people off their game big time.
Well, like I said, one thing I really believe is without the Vesper, because of how fast it shoots and everything, like right now we see the spawn trap coming out from
Rize this time.
Yes, from Rize. But I believe with the Vesper being contested, you know, he just got caught with his pants down there. I have to say that from Poly Rags. But Rize has full control of the hardpoint right now, 61 to 29. So it's going to be very interesting to see as to whether this team ends it when they're plus 40, if they get to, you know, 210, or if they'll just play it out to 250.
Yeah, once again, it is a show match. I hope they do play it out. Nothing really on the line outside of their pride.
No, and I completely agree with that. You know, we're not playing when it's not a money match. You know, you're not playing a tournament. So there's really nothing really to play on besides he did get killed with the Tempest himself, and that was by Dozer, so he killed his teammate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he killed his teammate. The Tempest. Poly Rags does have the scythe out, or it does have the scythe ready. So it'll be very interesting to see. But Nova picks up the kill on the hard point. But just like that, he's going to have 2 people inside the hard point, and then he's going to kind of rotate back. Just give him the last scrap time for it. So it's going to be 109.
So we see 3 players from Rize in the hard point with less than 10 seconds on the clock. And the rotation out from Retired Zero already getting his team spawns, which is just really something that we need to see Rize kind of step forward and get an anchor and beat Retired Zero out for anchor. Retired Zero currently 3 and 5, not doing too much outside of getting spawns for his team.
Yeah, one thing I had to say last week, we saw Nova be the anchor for his team. So it's going to be very interesting to see on how they kind of switch roles on that one. But see, that Vesper just shoots so fast and it's just so ridiculous in the aspect of you could be anywhere and you could just die with it. I don't want to see that gun being one of the guns that are banned in competitive Call of Duty. But unless they do some work with it, I feel like that gun will be one of the ones that are either banned or protected. And if it's protected, it's going to be used, it's going to be turned into a 3v5 or something. Look at the scoreboard here, 12-9. Poly Rags has a scythe out, 16-9 by Dozer, 14-11 by Captain DNA, Rize Spectre, 8-8. On the other hand, you got 12-15 from Nova, 7-7 from Retired Zero, 9-14 from Riverdale, and then Boop at 9-16. Now he had very good eyesight spotting that one player in the middle of hard point there. I have to point that out.
One more. There he goes. He gets taken out.
Yeah, so with a sentry kill going on here, Nova TV does come while running, does have 1% inside the hard point, going to use that mechanic feature there. Spots 2 does pick up both of them with the Vesper. Does he have extended mags on? Yep, extended mag, grip, and quick draw.
That shoots so fast. I haven't really played around with it myself, but that shoots incredibly fast.
It does, and it does, and if you look at, like, it doesn't have that much recoil with it. It's just so ridiculous in the fact, like, he just took out 4 people in the matter of just now dying. And it's, I feel like I said, that gun's a game changer in the aspect that it's just so easy to be used. And I don't necessarily know if I like that feature about it because of the sole fact about that. But very interesting to see 115.86. Now Ward does come back up. Gravity spikes in the hand of Captain DNA's. Interesting to see how he will use this. Probably going to use it on the next hard point. If Nova or if War is actually able to come back and get it. But just as I said, Poly Rags does take out Abrupt. Abrupt being taken out himself. Nova TB tries to get some kills in there. Does not manage to get it. Does have the Hellstorm and Lightning Strike available. So very interesting to see how he necessarily uses that. Does get the hard point secure. Does have 2 people out to his left, but does have 1 person coming back from his right. I don't like how Retired Zero is just kind of sitting there in the middle. They don't get themselves into the spawn trap. And just as I say that, Riverdale Vex does take out 1, but there's still 2 people inside the hard point. Does pick up a 2-piece there. Kind of getting lucky with the, them being backed up on each other. I'm going to switch over to Abrupt. Abrupt has 2 in the doorway. He shoots 1, but does get taken out by the Vesper himself. It's just...
Yeah, sorry, 10 seconds left on rotation a second ago. So we're going to see a big rotation here from Wargaming. It looks like they are on the correct side of the map right now to get this one. Nobody's even contesting it. They've got that spawn trap in the back on Rize. Poly Rags able to poke out from that and pick up a kill. But Wargaming so far picking up some points on this hard map.
Yeah, but getting kills with the Vesper does have one, does pick up the assist on the other one. I really don't know how I feel about this Vesper because it just seems like it's just like everybody using a Vesper and it's...
No, I mean, they're all using inmates as well. So, I mean, it's the BAL ASM1 all over again. So, it's something that the Ban and Protect is going to have to... is going to make players have to be a little bit more diverse.
I agree with that.
Selection, because there's going to be that one guy who doesn't actually like the Vesper, and he's going to be first to pick, and he's going to be like, hey, guys, sorry, team, find another gun because I don't want to go up against the Vesper.
Yeah, I can agree with that on the aspect that, you know, ASM1 wasn't as ridiculous as what this Vesper is.
Yeah.
You can go in the place and kill 2 people before they have any time to react. On ASM1, you didn't have that because it did high damage, but it didn't have a fast fire rate like this one. This one has both high damage and fast fire rate. You saw him pick up 2 kills, and Polyvags had no chance in heck and ever to get that 1 kill on him. But just as I said, 147 to 161, getting back into the game. Wargaming did come back from a 40-point deficit there. So very interesting to see, as we do see 1, but he does choke his kills against ABC Dozo. That's going to be abrupt. Picks up 1, but Captain DNA managing to get 1, and just like that, Rize Gaming did take over the hard point. 25 seconds left. Not too sure what's going to happen, as, you know, that anchor from Retired Zero, not doing much at all, but that Vesper, I could tell you just like, oh, man.
Yeah. I just never sat down and looked at it yet. This is my first real casting of Black Ops 3, and I haven't messed with it in pubs, so like this is the first time I'm really seeing it and thinking about it, and it's melting people. Like that's going on my class tonight.
That's what I did. As soon as I saw that was one of the most guns banned at the Invitational, and as soon as I saw that it was being used, I was like, I'm gonna try this out. And then I tried it. I'm like, yeah I'm gonna utilize this while it's still, you know, OP.
Right. So we see Nova coming up behind.
That's one thing I don't like about it, though. It's very hard to get long range kills with it.
Well, I mean that's the give and take. If you are in that close range situation, that was a good medium range kill. But if you're in that close range situation, that SMG should win over that inmate every single time. But then that medium to long, that inmate should be taking out that Vesper on an equal skilled player.
No, I completely agree with you in that aspect as well. The one thing I don't necessarily like about like the Vesper and this fact is, you know, that I liked about the ASM1. ASM1, you could still shoot play from the distance that he was shooting at and still be able to kill him. But I believe with the Vesper, it's just too hard because of the sole fact of how fast it fires.
And I do like that fact about it.
That is a good fact about it too, because then it would be way overpowered. That's, you know, one of the give and takes about it as well. You're going to have your teammates. You can't either get inside the hard point and don't get inside at all. Rize Gaming right now actually or not Rize Gaming, but Team Wargaming having that issue right now is you get inside the hard point, don't get inside at all, and this hard point that they were controlling in Game 1, or the first time they played, they are not controlling in this one, and
yeah.
Like I said, I think the Vesper has a big thing to deal with it on this. It's because of this one's a close hard point, and as soon as you get inside, that Captain DNA using that gravity spike very well there from his team, but using the Vesper is just, you need it on this one. That should not have happened.
That was right through his teammate's head.
That, he should be dead.
Right. I mean, there's a little bit of a delay between what we see and what happened, so it could have just been a difference of perspective.
But it makes it curious that they have on friendly fire.
Yeah, we are letting the teams be hosts of these matches, so it's interesting to see exactly if they're following rules or not.
Yeah, you know, we are trying to go with the Arena Pro rules featuring in the ban protect system and specialist draft. But aside from that, all the bans are from the players itself. These players chose to use the rules that were from the Invitational that was used. The Invitational supposedly used no UAV, no counter UAV, no care package, Hater, Guardian, and Sentry, which makes sense. The Sentry gun being way overpowered in this game, really overpowered compared to past Call of Duties.
They also took out 6th Sense, Awareness, all LMGs, all dual wields, Thermite, Shock Charge, C4, Trip Mine, Rejack, and Hive. That's everything that's been banned so far before the ban and protect system was
implemented.
Yeah.
Yep. And I do agree with those bans, just for the sole fact that they are kind of like, those are the pointless bans that should not have any place in competitive.
Right.
Besides LMGs and dual wheel, I can on that, and the perks. I'm not too sure what 6th Sense does off the top of my head. Awareness is A with me.
6th Sense on your mini-map will show you if there's a player close, which direction they are. So, I mean, I believe that's a good...
Okay, yeah, I agree with that ban as well then.
Awareness, I was talking about you before we even started. Awareness, I don't know why they took out, because I mean, it does counteract. Oh, we are at a close game. Thanks for pointing that out. 232 to 240. Team War Gaming coming back from, you know, not having the lead pretty much all game to 4 seconds away from taking this. They're able to contest it in not enough time, so there it is. War Gaming takes 250 to 232 over Rize Gaming.
Yep, 250, 232 over Rize Gaming. They were down by about 40 points in the very beginning of it. Came back, kept it the close game, about 20-point difference. And just like that, Wargaming comes back 250 to 232.
Yeah.
One thing I really think that Rize Gaming should have did there, they had one guy on the anchor spawn. And, well, we'll talk about this. Let's go to the scoreboard real quick. Dozer, 40-39, 32 seconds troll defense. Captain DNA, 42-36, 135 troll defense. 29-28, Polyrags, 141 in the hard point, 6 defense. On the opposite side, you have Wargaming, 48-38 by Nova, I believe that was.
Yeah, that was huge by Nova. So we'll be able to see it here again in a moment. But Wargaming taking this 3-1, cleaning up both of the hard points and the uplink. The uplink was such a great game there, taking it 9-4, especially in the second half. Here's the scoreboard up again for us. Nova taking that 48 to 38 with 55 seconds on the clock with 13 defense.
Retire 0, 21-24, 3 seconds inside the hard point, 2 defense.
Riverdale Rex taking it 38 and 36, going -2 with a minute and 23 seconds in the hard point with 12 defense.
And then 32-35 from Abrupt, 242 in the hard point, 9 defense. I think you mean positive 2 because you said -2 from
I'm a liar. I'm a
Yep.
liar.
But one thing I really regret coming out from Rize Gaming there was the sole fact that I'm not too sure who it was. I was trying to figure out, but I wasn't able to switch in time because I realized it too late. They had a guy anchoring that hard point. That last hard point, it was about 232 to 240, and all 4 members of Team War were inside the hard point. Everybody from Rize spawned outside in like the middle hard point.
Yep.
When it's 240 to 232, and you're the only guy that's closest to a hard point,
You've got to get in there.
you have to get in there. At that point in time, you can't wait. You can't wait because by the time the teammates got there, it was 249 to 232.
And they were able to slide in, take a second away, but not really.
Yeah, it's like immediately the guy got in, died, and then they're game over. You have to try and push a hard point, even if you have an M8, because you can go in there. You could just dash in there, run around, and just try and kill some time. And take it. You may die, but you getting those couple points, or those 2 or 3 seconds, that at least would have gave your team enough time to try and do something about it to keep you in the game. So very disappointing to see that out of Rize Gaming. Hopefully they could change that for the future ones. But guys, War Gaming are your Showmatch champions again. 2-0 now. It's funny. We've ran 2 show matches for Black Ops 3, 2 show matches for Halo. Rize Gaming Halo won both show matches for Halo, and War Gaming won both show matches for Call of Duty.
Yep, so that's going to end it here for Call of Duty. Every Monday night, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 show match. Tuesday nights, we're going to have Super Smash Bros. Right here.
Yep, Wednesday nights will be a Halo 5 show match. Thursday will be Street Fighter Casuals. Friday will be Mortal Kombat X weekly. Saturday is Street Fighter 4 weekly. Sunday is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 weekly. If you want to sign up for the show matches, whether it be on Halo or Black Ops 3, the links will be posted after this on Twitter. So guys, just sign up. We'll contact you about the week before, and we'll figure out, get your logos and stuff that we can properly promote you beforehand. It's a great promotion for your team, especially if you're up and coming team. We don't just chase semi-pro teams. We don't just take pro teams. We take any team possible. We'll put you against somebody that we think that you can go against. Currently, right now, I think until the end of the year, we're kind of going with the winners come back on. Okay. We may have a winner versus winner show match, so we'll see what happens. But guys, also remember to donate if you'd like to. If you love the stream, if you love versus gameplay, what we do, the donate button's down below. Any donations count. Donations help support the stream and the venue. Guys, if you also donate, please tweet at us. We'll shout you out on Twitter. We'll shout you on stream. Anything. Guys, we love you. Everything you do. Also remember to follow Versus Gameplay on Twitter at Versus Gameplay. Like us on Facebook at Versus Gameplay. And then also all show match videos will be posted on YouTube /Versus Gameplay videos.
Awesome. So we'll see you next week.
Yep, guys. I'm VGP Shadow, and this is Voltage.
Thank you.